guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are exploring one of the biggest pitfalls that all of us, even us, fall into on the twin flame journey. So if you're wanting to know that and wanting to check it out to make sure that you don't fall into the same pitfall, keep watching. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here today. If you don't already know, I'm Serena.
And I'm James.
And we are Life After Union. So we're two twin flames that are helping other twin flames through their conscious relationship journeys, through their spiritual awakenings, and through stepping into their new earth leadership positions. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us today. Today we have a really special topic, which has literally been inspired by comments that we get regularly, I would say, on our channel.
Fairly regularly.
And it for good reason, because it's something that needs to be talked about. Before we dive into that, if any of you are wondering, I'm going to put this to rest right now. This is not our bed that we're sitting on. This is not even our house that we're in. This is James's parents' flat that they built. Well, that you built.
Yeah.
And so, yes, if anybody's wondering, is that what Serena and James's room looks like? Is that what their bed looks like? No, this is not our space.
You've actually seen our bedroom, just didn't realize it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've seen the background of our bedroom and probably haven't known it. But Claire was sleeping and it's windy, so we needed some space to make a video, and thus here we are. So today we are talking about Pitfall, the pitfall of the twin flame journey. And of course, on the twin flame journey, there's many pitfalls, right? There's many little traps, there's many crevices where we can get lost, where we can fall into from time to time. But the point of this video is to explore a topic that I think is really important and maybe not talked about enough on this journey. And the interesting part is, like, we're even a part of this. Like, the videos I make are a part of this pitfall. So, like, I'm not coming at this, and we're not coming at this from a place of superiority by any means. There's no aspect of, like, us being superiority by sharing this information. Our core belief and core value is just to hand the power back over to you, right? Like, if I said, like, we had a mission as a couple or as this channel, it would be to empower viewers as much as we possibly can, to turn you back inwards towards yourself, towards your own truth, as much as we possibly can. So that being said, this video is not for everybody. This video may trigger some of you guys. This video really is for people that want to know the truth, that want to and are okay with sitting in discomfort and, like, deep discomfort. Because what we're going to share here is not super commonly shared. And so I had mentioned earlier about even we fall into this, and we're a part of this on the twin flame journey. And I say that because 80 to 90%, I would say, of all twin flame videos out there are trying to help people confirm that they are on a twin flame journey, if you know what I mean. Like, so many videos that we make are about that, like signs to know they are your twin flame, signs to know reunion is coming, signs for this, how do you know this, how do you work through this. And it's like, all of that content, while it is incredibly valuable, it's missing one key point, and that is that here it is.
You ready?
Is that you can't actually know for sure.
Yeah.
You will never actually know for sure
in this lifetime,
right? Like, this human, that human, that we're never actually going to know that this person is our twin flame. And there's a few, like, roads and a few deviations I want to take during this video, so strap your seatbelt, buckle in, because there's some really important things to talk about. And I think first and foremost is, on your journey, there will be all kinds of people, and especially on a twin flame journey, when it gets really, like, confusing, you feel lost, you feel like you don't know which way is up and which way is down, it can be really tempting and sometimes helpful. I'm not going to deny that, but it can be very tempting to seek outside validation for your connection, right? To go to a healer, to go to a psychic, to go to a medium, to go to a coach, to go to anybody, right? And ask them, oh, well, do you think this person is my twin flame? And people that want to give you an answer, and I'm not saying any bad about these people, because these people are literally just they're just listening to their heart, their spirit. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody who wants to tell you whether you are or are not, but they're not pointing you in the direction of your own power, because somebody who's pointing you in the direction of your own power isn't going to tell you yes or no, your twin flames. They're going to tell you, what do you think? What does your heart say? And so I think it's really important on this journey to use discernment when you speak to people like this. And it can be incredible. I mean, I offer twin flame readings. So when people come to me, if they believe they're on a twin flame journey, then we proceed with the reading like they're on a twin flame journey. I'm not going to, unless I really, really think it's hurting this person more so than anything. We've even worked with a few people where we questioned from time to time, are they on a twin flame journey? Are they on a karmic journey? And that's just natural because of our human perception, right? Like, so anybody that's going to tell you 100% yes, they know that this is what you're on, and 100% no, they know that this is not what you're on, is actually taking away your own discernment and your own power. Do you want to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think end of the day, like, you know, either when we do, whether it's the group coaching or one-on-one coaching, we are only also able to give advice from what we are told from said person, because, you know, when it comes down to the end of the day, if someone comes to us and says, look, these are my experiences, this, do you believe I'm on a twin flame journey? We can only answer that question from what we have been given. So a lot of that as well, there's a lot of things that happen right in the background in your day-to-day life, the way that you and this person might be with each other, that we ourselves can't perceive, because obviously we're not you guys. So there's only so much that we can really speak on. So yeah, it's a difficult one, because you want to try to give people the hope, but you want to give them the power back. But then sometimes, obviously, then some people also then they'll press, but like, but do you know, is this what it is? And it's like, end of the day, the only person that can know that with any sort of certainty really is yourself. And then the only time you really get that confirmation is, unfortunately, when we move on to the next stage of life, which is then after death, because that's the only time we're actually going to be able to reconnect with our soul to that depth to actually have those answers.
Yeah, and the funny point is, at that point it doesn't even matter, because your soul doesn't care.
Yeah, because you've already gone past that,
yeah,
so it doesn't actually matter. So end of the day, it really comes down to what feels right to you. Do you feel that this resonates with you? Do you feel that this is the path that best suits you? And the only person that can ever really give you those answers really truly is yourself. People can help guide you in the right direction, or maybe prompt you to ask the right questions, which is what we try to get people to do, we try to prompt them to ask the right questions that they answer themselves, in order to be like, okay, well, actually, you know, I had these answers and this is why I feel that I'm going down this line. And regardless whether you're right or wrong, it doesn't actually matter, because at the end of the day, if you are happy with the path that you are taking, which is the only path you can actually take at the end of the day, because you can't change your direction after you've obviously chosen. Obviously, as you move forward, you can change direction, but once you've made a choice, that is your choice, and that's the choice that you have made, and you can't change that. So I think it really comes down to just, you know, trusting yourself, using that discernment, feeling it out for yourself, and just, yeah, because I mean, we all want that external validation. I mean, I'd love for someone to come up to us and be like, you guys are. And for the most part, people generally don't. They say the complete opposite, which
no, they generally do. More often in comments we get that we are rather than we are, but at the same time. What do you mean? Sorry. From
what I've seen, obviously I only see a portion.
Yeah, you get a portion of. I'm filtering all the comments.
Yeah, exactly. So I only see a part, but like, there's a lot of it though. That people say you are or you aren't, and in the day,
it doesn't matter.
To us, it doesn't actually matter, because that's somebody else's perspective. That's, like you said earlier, that's them trying to take, maybe unconsciously trying to take our power away to show us what they were seeing, where it's not what we see, it's not what we're experiencing, it's not what we go through on a day-to-day basis. And at the end of the day, we'll take that validation from ourselves over what somebody else has to say to us.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing that's very true about the both of us is I'm constantly asking myself that question. Like, there's times where I just shut off YouTube, I shut off the work that I'm doing, and I like completely disconnect myself from the twin flame ideology, the path, from everything, because you need that cleansing every once in a while. We all get caught up in labels. We all get caught up in wanting this certainty. And that's just the ego's way of like feeling like it needs to be safe, right? Like we think if we have this certainty and somebody else validates for us, this is why the world has actually gotten to the point that it's gotten to, because the world leaders have been validated by numbers of people, right? And so numbers of people, right, can make a huge change. It has a lot of power, but that doesn't mean it's the truth.
Yeah.
Right? So 1,000,000 people can believe something. That doesn't make it the truth, right? So at the end of the day, it's normal and natural, like you were saying, for us to want that external validation, and for our egos feel comfortable and feel safe when we say like, oh, I know for sure because this, and this. But then again, what you're doing in that space is you're trying to conceptualize a journey that really can't be conceptualized, right?
Yeah.
And this journey is meant to be a heart journey. It's meant to actually take you out of the mind. And if you've been in that place where you are so turned around, you are so disconnected, you are so discombobulated that you have no choice but to get out of the mind and get back into the heart. And that shows you the truth, right? Yeah. So that's where discernment comes in. And people, I think, a lot of times think about discernment in like a mental way, but discernment is actually a heart thing. And it's about saying, does this feel right to me? Does this feel true? Does this feel like it's the direction for me? And that has literally nothing to do with your mind at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's good to do more with your heart, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes. So I think something also that's really important to explore is this idea that twin flames, right, when they come together, are going to activate something within each other. And that activation for a lot of twin flames will be that certainty, and that activation for a lot of twin flames will be the doubt. And the important thing to remember is that we are all navigating this journey in a different way, right? We're humans, right? So we have different astrology, we have different archetypes, we have different human design. We're like a combination of all these infinite things that cannot actually be measured. And so to ask another person for validation of something that only your soul can know, only your soul can feel, is actually missing completely the point of the entire scenario. And the point of the scenario is you actually gain your power from being able to sit in the unknown, right? Yeah. Twin flames that are surrendered and that are in a state of trust with the universe, they're not asking anymore, is this person my twin flame or not? They're in a state that says it doesn't matter if they are or not. I'm going to move forward on my path, and what is meant for me is meant for me, right? So again, letting go of those labels and being able to sit in the complete unknown, knowing that what is meant for you is going to come to you regardless of anything else. Like what is meant for you cannot pass you by. And that's kind of the same thing you're getting at when you say like, no matter what, it's your path, right? Yeah. Whether you choose this or whether you choose that, that becomes your path. Yeah. And that is the act of co-creating with spirit, right? So I kind of like to talk about this aspect at the end of the twin flame journey, not the end because it never really ends, right? But like, let's say the end of the separation journey, you come back in like full circle to somewhere where you were at in the beginning, which is the desire for the relationship. In the beginning, there's this desire for the twin flame relationship, for this relationship that brings you closer to God, that brings you closer to yourself, that helps you evolve, that feels like they're seeing you more than anybody's seen you in your entire life, right? There's a desire for that. But there's a desire for that a lot of times from a fractured part of ourself. And so we feel incomplete. And so we think, oh, if I have a desire for this, then that thing will complete me. Then the whole twin flame journey starts to unravel. That's when the whole healing journey starts to unravel. And you have to come back all the way to that starting point again, once you've realized there is nothing outside of myself, this person here is not separate from me, we are the same. We are the same with everything in existence, and that means I am whole and complete. I don't need this person to complete me. I don't, and he doesn't need me to complete him.
We choose to want that person.
Right, and so that's the point I'm making here, is that you come back to this place of desire for the relationship, but not from a place of emptiness, right? And that's when you're truly sitting in the unknown. And you're okay sitting in the unknown because you're not pushing them away and you're not chasing them. You're not calling them forward. You're just like, I'm just here. And if you're just here, we can be just here together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
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 I agree with you.
So what advice would you give somebody if they're in this place of feeling like doubt is running their lives and they need the certainty and?
That you have the answers.
To find the answers within.
You have the answers within inside of you, and no one. It helps sometimes when people might validate things for you from an external point of view, but sometimes that validation might not be coming from you, it's coming from them. If they can validate what you are feeling, because this is what you're expressing, they're picking up on that, then you know they can be really good. But the only person that can really ultimately give you that is yourself. No one else can give you that feeling or that certainty or anything of the sort. So yeah, I think from me, the biggest advice is pretty much just trust in yourself and know that the only person that really has the answers for you at the end of the day is you. That doesn't mean that you can't get influences from external that can help you maybe ask the right questions to find that answer, but ultimately you still the person with your answers.
Yes, and to be okay, so you are the person with the answers, that's right. Yeah. But if the answers aren't coming, then be okay sitting in the mystery. Part of the beauty of life is literally that we don't actually even know what's going to happen next. And that's part of being a new earth creator and being a conscious creator. If you've been able to clear enough karma that you're not actually creating from programs anymore, you're creating from a completely new and open place. And so in order to create from that place, you have to be able to sit in the void. You have to be able to sit in the unknown, and you have to be able to sit in mystery. So be okay with not knowing. Find peace somewhere without knowing. And when you find that peace within yourself and not knowing, a lot of times that's actually when the answers come, is in that silence, in that stillness.
Yeah. High fives, dude.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more support, please join our Twin Flame community. This is where we are gathering twin flames, helping you through the twin flame awakening path and catalyzing your journey through sharing our own synchronicities. We're actually playing synchronicity bingo right now, so if you'd like to join, you can activate a 7-day free trial. We do live webinars every 2 weeks. Sometimes James pops on to share his magic with us there. On the dream circles and things like that. So yes, we have tons of goodies there for you, and we're updating stuff every single day. So we hope to see you there. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for the love and the support on our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.